So if you're out in the plains of South Dakota, you'll notice a couple of things. You'll notice the sky and the wind and these. They're grain elevators. They're everywhere. They're called the cathedrals of the plains. At least I like to call them that. They're so common that they're kind of left by themselves, and you can walk up right next to them. Probably not a safe thing to do. You shouldn't get inside one. It's dangerous, but there's not much security around them because they're everywhere. So back in my farm reporter days, I knew a guy who worked for the ASCS office. That's the office in charge of grain inspection for the federal government. So if you're a farmer and you put your crop in one of these, it's stored till it's sold. And the people who manage these elevators have to make sure that the grain is in good shape. Well, if you're not careful, that grain at the top will start to mold and crust over. And when that happens, it forms a crust that is so solid you can't really punch through it. So this inspector comes by and he's super mad and he says, look at this elevator right here. See that? I was up on top trying to inspect the grain. I couldn't even punch through the crust with a rod. If you think you're going to get a contract from us for storing grain, you got another thing coming. And the guy gives him a blank stare and he says, you talking about that one, number 7? He said, yeah. And the guy says, that thing's been empty for 7 years. So that grain inspector was up at that level, trying with all his might to punch through the crust and fall to his death. And I heard that story. I thought, you know what? That sounds like a great plot point in a novel. So I write novels. That's part of the first one in the series, the Dead Air series. And if you like a good summer read that's plausible, interesting, with quick dialogue that moves along and is a great summer read, well, I think you should get those books. They're the Dead Air series. They're the Dead Air series. It's written under my nom de plume, J.J. Gould, and you can order those in the click below. And if nothing else, at least the next time you see a grain elevator, it'll give you something else to think about. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit me up in the comments, hit the notification bell, and we will see you next time. I'm Jeff Gould on America's Prairies. God bless.